Hey up everyone, how are you all? Crikey, have I missed you all? It feels like forever. It hasn't been forever though. I only missed last week because it was bank holiday. Is everyone alright? I'm sorry about the wig. I've actually been, it's so funny, you'll laugh because the sun is out today, isn't it? It's blooming beautiful and it makes us all happy when sun shines out, right? So this morning I had my class at 10 o'clock. Oh, I need to write that down actually, just 1 second because there's things I want to talk about. So this morning I had my class at 10 o'clock and I was like, it's not going to get hot today. I know it always says it's going to be warm, but it never is. And when I come out of studio at warm, I'm like, right, the shoes, my trainers and socks are off and I'm putting a pair of my cedar rose flowery sandals on for the first time. Well, I've been strutting my stuff, not the high ones, the little 2-inch block. In fact, I've got my jeans rolled up, but what? You're like, you are crazy. And you know what? I've had so many compliments. I went on school run and I had them on and they were like, oh, they're nice shoes. I was like, thank you very much. They're mine. So yes, I felt like I've been looking very posh today in my gold floral block heel sandals. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Toni Darroch and this is the How to Craft Network, not a fashion show, How to Craft Network, and we talk about craft. And I have a little list to talk about here. They're so pretty. Yeah, they are. I love them. So pleased with them. And I've got a list to talk about. We've got some giveaways, so if you can share the show, that would be awesome. But it does feel like I've had like loads of time off. It just shows you, doesn't it, when you have one show off, it feels like I've had forever off. But because we do it every Monday, it's been like 2 weeks. So I'm pleased to have you all back. If you like the show, please give us some hearts. And if you want to subscribe, please do so. And we'll pick a winner at the end for a gift, a code for the website. What I do want to tell you all about is we've got lots of things to talk about. Oh, it's dinner time, says Jan. So has anybody got any questions, liked and shared? I'm very posh, says Brenda. I'm very posh, Brenda, today. No, I can't say much for wig though. I don't know what's going on here. We need to get that sorted. We need to get that sorted. Next week I'm going to come on looking like Claudia Schiffer. I'm like Cinderella, like that. Turn it off, turn it on in a heartbeat. Yeah, I mean one of them moves. It's sunny though, isn't it? I do feel good today. Although I looked tired this morning, but honestly, I wasn't tired, but I looked it, but I didn't feel it. So let's do a little bit of shout out. We've got Brenda, Snuffy Snoo, Michaela, Carla from Clifton, VA. Woohoo! Brenda, as always, Brenda and Daryl, because he'll be in the background watching or listening. Make sure I don't say anything I shouldn't. We've got Marilyn, we've got Chrissy, we've got Julie, we've got Blue Jay, liked and shared. Thank you so much, liked and shared. How awesome is that? So, few things I want to talk about, and then we're going to do a demo with one of the products that I haven't actually had out of the packet, which is crazy, right? So we're going to do a demo on that. But before we get into it, we've got Blue Jay from Missouri. Whoop, whoop. Another thing to talk about, write it on the list. We've got Marie Evans on as well. We've got Iris on. Wow, lots of you on today. Mind you, the sun is shining, so sometimes people catch up on the shows because they sit in the garden and stuff like that, and I do not blame you for a second. So if we could just share, just give everybody the nudge. Now, a couple of things I need to talk about, keep remembering as I go along. So first thing I want to tell you about is the app, okay? We installed an update on the app, and for some reason, it's just gone crazy. So just stand by on that one. Tim's trying to sort it actually as we speak, along with trying to show Tom how to do a Rubik's Cube, but he's on with the app and has been for a few days now. So if you're having problems with the app, please just stand by and be patient on that. We're working on that one. The next thing I want to talk about is this morning's, you can see how fast I need to get through this list. I want to craft. So the next thing I want to talk about is this morning's class at 10 o'clock. Now, a couple said that they didn't get the link for the show, and that is fine. If you want to personal message me or email us at, obviously, the How to Craft Network, we'll get it sent over to you ASAP. So that's good. And make this cute album here from your class, April's class. And if you do want to get involved in any of our classes, we send the kit and we do a class together. And there are some still available in the next available class. All the others have sold out, but the next one is 3 months away. So if you want to get ahead, you can. So that's the class. Okay, so if you've got any problems with that, just reach out. Cerulean Charm, all of those lovely papers you've all bought, they're going to the design team this week. I did see somebody had asked for some inspiration, and that's okay, but the design team haven't actually got them yet because they're currently working on HSN for me and QVC, so I haven't had a moment to send them out to them. But as soon as they send them out, they're all keen to get stuck into them. Karen's like, I love it, send it. I'm like, I will, I promise, I will. So as soon as they get those, they will do you some inspiration on that one as well, which is awesome. So that's Cerulean Charm. Ideal World. So Ideal World is every first Wednesday in the month and every third Wednesday in the month. So I've had a few questions saying, are you on Wednesday? Because I think everybody thinks it's every 2 weeks. And I have actually said by mistake, I think in the past, every 2 weeks. But if you just know it's the first Wednesday in every month and the third Wednesday in every month, then maybe you'll be able to get your head around when I'm actually on. So that's when I'm on Ideal World next, and that is in May, the first Wednesday in May. So that's the Ideal World. I just want to touch on TikTok as well. So today we didn't do our Mighty Monday, and that's not because I don't want to do Mighty Monday, but I did see some people today say, I don't do TikTok, please don't panic. I'm not switching to TikTok full time. It will never change what already goes on here in our studios, the How to Craft Network. I'll still always be on YouTube. We'll still have one-day specials. We'll still be doing our Monday night chats and things like that. But what's happened, guys, is TikTok is proving and showcasing a lot of growth for me as a company. And I'm getting a lot of new customers as well. And because of that, for that very reason, I really need to schedule in and make the time and effort to concentrate some of my area, some of my business on that platform to grow. But simply because the world as it is, it's getting harder and harder and harder. And I don't want to outpour it onto you guys how difficult it is to run a business. But it's just getting harder and harder and harder. And you all saw recently probably that Hobbycraft's closing a lot of the stores. That's very telling in itself. Most of the craft companies that you saw on digital platforms and on TV, a lot have gone. And the ones that are around are probably just hanging on by a cotton thread, if I'm completely honest. So I have to be really diverse in my business to ensure its complete survival. And most will probably look at Toni and look at Stamps by Me and go, hey, you've got HSN, and hey, you've got QVC Germany, and you've got your own studio, and you have sellouts all the time, and you're on Ideal World. That might be the case, but as the cost of living goes up, less people are spending, postage is going up, tariffs are going up, delivery services are going up, wages are going up, PAYE, tax, duty. It's just a minefield, honestly, and I just don't want to outpour it to you guys. I can't ask you guys to do any more. You already support me. You already, none of you moaned when I said I was putting my postage up because I needed to put that up. None of you moaned. You all just got on with it just because you love me and you want to support me. So I'm not going to offload how difficult it is to run a business. But if we could just have the support back in relation to being quite diverse about how we do the business, that would be appreciated. Nothing's set in stone. I always try things. You know, we are leaders in the industry at trying new things, bringing new things, and being quite innovative in that way. And because TikTok is proving its worth, I have to jump on it as quickly as possible because a new audience is brilliant for us, right? So I'm sure that you all understand, and if any of you don't and want to ask any more questions, of course you can do that. You all know this. Teamwork makes the dream work. I wouldn't be here without you, and you guys wouldn't be crafting like you are, I guess, without me, if you want to look at it that way, or have friendships. We've all got friendships and community and everything from it. So we just need to just manage that a little bit better. And I did notice poor Patricia this morning, she's obviously had to get up at she has to get up at 5:30 for a Mighty Monday, and when she got up and realised it wasn't on, I felt terrible then, knowing that she'd got up at 5:30. So I'll try and make sure it goes in the newsletters a little bit earlier if things do change. So that's my bad, and I do apologise. But we're just trying to be hot on our toes in how we present our business. You all know that I'm lean. I've got the staff that I need. I don't have above and beyond. And if I was to get rid of any of my staff, the business wouldn't be here. They all play a vital part in this business. So I just have to do that. I hope you understand. So that's that. So off. Oh, that's the list going down. So we're going to pick a winner. If you can share, that would be awesome as well. It's a win-win, bigger creative group for you, because it totally is as well. And my following on TikTok, everything that I do TikTok I do here anyway, so don't worry about it. And if I can stream both platforms I can, but in the past it's been a little bit problematic, so we'll figure it out. We always do. So the good news I want to tell you all about is the bank holiday. I hope everybody had a really nice bank holiday. We've got another one coming up, haven't we? So to sort of like celebrate bank holiday, because I couldn't put it in the newsletter because I couldn't do it because our internet was being dug up on our road. I'm giving you the discount code now, which is Sunny15. Okay, so if you've had your eye on anything on our website, go and get it for 15% discount. And that is awesome, because we have some things on the website where 15% discount is going to really prove its worth. The only thing is you cannot use the discount code on the Friday's one-day special, because people purchase that on Friday, and it's unfair of me to then give a discount code and then get it cheaper now than they did on Friday, because we're only on Monday. So the only thing that you cannot use the discount code on is the Imala bundle for the one day special that was Friday just gone. But anything else, if you want to treat yourself or you've had your eye on something, I'm giving you the code Sunny, SUNNY, all uppercase 15, Sunny15. Okay, so if you want to treat yourselves, of course you can go and do that. So that's that. And then before I get into any craft, I just want to talk to you about let's have a look. Christy says, we will support you in anything you need to do. I know you will. This is what keeps me going. When I have my meetings in my office with Tim and Richard and Phoebe as well now, it all boils down to the customer. We always come back to the customer, and we always say, what will the customer do? What's our analytics telling us our customer will do? How will they feel about it? What shows do they enjoy? Which shows do they not tune in for? So, but it all just boils down to you as a customer. It's not about the pound. It's not about anything else. It's the customer. If I look after the customer, everything else will look after itself, right? But we do have to be light-footed on our toes to ensure that my business survives. And I'm not saying we're going anywhere. We're not. We're just not making any money. And that's the be-all and end-all of it. And it's a lot of hard work and hours, you know, just to keep the business alive. I want to make some money. I want a holiday. I want nice things, you know. But that's not the fault of you at home or anybody else. That's just how it is at the moment. Cost of living is just like, it's just crazy, isn't it? Thanks, darling. We're just talking about TikTok. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get Tim on TikTok, I think. So kind, thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome, sweetheart. So that's that. Before I get into anything else, so I just want to talk about something else. So I don't even know how to talk about it really. I don't really need to talk about it, but I want to talk about it. So you all know this weekend, Lowen, one of our lovely Create and Craft presenters, passed away with stage 4 cancer. She'd been fighting it for 3 years. I didn't want to just go and write a post on social media, and I didn't want to interact with anybody else's social media posts. I wanted to personally come on here and just say that I was speaking to Lowen throughout it all. Not very often, because I didn't want to feel like I was being really intrusive, but I always dropped her a text to tell her that I loved her. And she always replied saying she loved me too. So I just wanted to let you all know that Lowen was a really good friend of me and the crafty community, and I know our thoughts are with Andy and the family and a gorgeous mum as well, who used to use all of my craft products. So I just wanted to come on today and just say, from me and our lovely community here at Stamps by Me, because we are the best, we all look after each other. Andy, we are so devastated for you, and our thoughts and prayers are with you, and we hope that knowing that she's in heaven and she's safe and she's not in pain anymore gives you sort of like a sense of hope, and knowing that she's watching down on you and everybody else. So I just wanted to just let you all know that, just for those of you that didn't know who she was just a ball of energized fun. And you know, she always used to grab my cheeks when I went to Create and Craft. She used to always treat me differently to everyone else. She always, when she used to see me, she used to come up to me, she used to grab my cheeks like this. You are beautiful. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. She always used to kiss me on my head, and she always used to say, I know you lost your mum, but I'm really proud of you, and your mum would be really proud of you. And she always used to give me a cuddle. So when she spoke to me, it was never in the sense of like, what are we selling? It was always like, you are beautiful. And she used to say it on air, if you remember, all the time. So all of our text communications always used to be, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And nothing really more than that. I'm thinking about you, love you. No reply needed, but I love you. That sort of sketch. So it's very sad, but yeah, she battled for 3 years, and that's long enough, right? But anyway, so we just send out our love to anybody who is going through that difficult time. She will be blooming missed, I know that. But anyway, so that's that. Cross Lowen off the list. Right, so craft. Let's get back to craft. The distraction that is with our wonderful craft, right? So I just wanted to talk about this one. I've not actually had it out of the packet, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity this evening to go through it and use it in a different way. I've got a different technique for you today. I'll show you some samples. And then you might, if you've got this one at home, feel a little bit inspired. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you all about as well is I'm on QVC on Wednesday. Not that it really matters to you guys, which is awesome. So that's nice. Keeping busy. I'm just getting all the samples out here so you can all see how amazing my design. Well, you know how amazing they are, right? You need me to tell you? Kathy, she will be greatly missed. I know, Kathy. And you know, Andy texted me and I was in the middle of a TikTok live and it came through on my phone. It dropped down on my phone and I saw the first line, sorry to let you know, and I knew. I just had to finish my TikTok live. I thought there's no way I'm getting through this TikTok live knowing that that text message is waiting for me when I come off air. And I just said, I think I'm gonna have to go. So crazy, right? Right, so let's have a look at some samples. It's crazy, isn't it? Because you know it's coming, but we're not prepared for it. Anyway, been there, done that, got the t-shirt 1,000 times over, haven't we? If I haven't been through it, one of you guys has been through it. So I'm sure strength in numbers, we have a great community, haven't we? So let's have a look at this one first. So this one is Radiant Rose. Pop you up here, look. Radiant Rose, and it's that lovely layered stencil system with the dies, and you also get excuse me, the word love in this one as well. So let's have a look at some of the samples here. So in its simplest form, look at that, that's nice, isn't it, with the gold on there. That is a best friends forever. I like that a lot. So the gold on there as well. And then look at this with the word love. They're all raised and this one's flat. That's quite cute, isn't it? We're just using the sentiments as well. Backgrounds. Look at that. That is a nice card. Elaine, like that card. I love this too. Who's from this? Paul. Well, that's cool, isn't it? That is cool. Stinker. I know, Angela, so tough. So the stencils have been used on some of them and not on the others. I like this one too. Who's done this one? Karen. Typical Karen. Just part of that stencil. Look at that card. Love that. Another Karen card. Here's to endless laughs and unforgettable moments with you. I'm sorry about the cough. It's still lingering. Here we go. Another beautiful coloured one. Karen again. And these, that's the Magnolia. You've seen the Magnolia. So all of these are available. Use your code if you want to. Sunny15. What about maybe getting your advent calendar? Maybe with that, because those are things that are never going to end up in Deal Hunters or a machine or, you know. So that is that. So let's get this one out of the packet. Oh, Margaret says she's not had the courage to use it. Well, I'm going to use it a bit different today, Margaret. So hopefully this will inspire you a little bit. So I have the die, which is one, just looks gorgeous on its own. Then we've got the outline for love, then the love, and then the outline on there as well. And then we've got our layered stencils. So all of the stencils are numbered and they're just etched in at the top there. Hopefully you can see that. There's number 1 just there. You have the hearts to line up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 stencils. 1, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we have the die and the word love on there as well. Okay, so to use the stencils, guys, let's have a look here. Let me just find a card that's just is an example of using the system as it says on the tin. Nancy, the Berrylicious is on Ideal World first Wednesday in May. So that's a week Wednesday. So these are all... So this is how it would look if you just used it in its truest form, okay? The layered stencils with all that dimension and then the die cut on top, okay? That's what it looks like if you use stencil 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you put the die cut rows on top. We're going to do something a little bit different today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut this first. Angela, back to brighter things. I love that I love that rose, but don't get paid until Wednesday. Leave one for me, guys, please. I'll leave the code on for you. I will leave the code on for you, darling. I'll leave it on for a few days. Yay! So let's get some paper here. Now, if you are to use stencil number, let's have a look, stencil number 4, you can see how the detail sort of like goes down in design. Can you see the wider they are? And then down to the slim at the first, okay? So let me do the stencils first, then I'm going to show you a cute technique, and the way that I'm going to use it is a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab an ink pad. I'm just going to grab one, I think. Let's see if I've got a light coloured one. Just one second, let me see if I've got a light coloured one. Have you ever had the problem you create ink pads but they're too juicy? That's what I'm faced with. They're just too bright. It's like normally ink pads you just can't get enough colour out of them, but I'm faced with the, well, too bright. Let's just go with pink for now. So what we're going to do, roses are your favourite, Jenny, that's wonderful. Sorry about the mic, I'm just trying to not catch my hair in my mic so it doesn't scratch. So let's get a blending brush. And let's use Stencil 1. So I've just got this card blank here. Is that a card blank as well? We'll just use the card blank for now. So I'm just going to put one. You can put ink through the 4 hearts, but I'm going to line it up on the edge of the card here. And I'm just going to go super light for the first one. Just get some colour down. So I just need to build the rows, and then I've got a platform so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so number 1. Number 2 next. So I'll line it up at the edge of my page. I'm not going for light and shade, I just need to get the colour down so I can sort of like show you what technique I'm going to do. So just be careful with the centre a little bit because it will move around a bit. Bearing in mind to get all that detail, it's going to be sensitive in the centre. Sponge dauber in the centre maybe, but I just need to get that colour laid down initially. So there you can see it's quickly coming together. So that's number 2. Number 3. So just so I can see where the rose is going to sit on the page, I guess. It's nothing more than that at the moment. So you can see it's quickly coming together there. Oh, Carla's just finished placing an order, bless your heart. I hope, did you use your code, Carla? And then the last one. It would have been ideal if this were a little bit lighter like, but we'll go with it for now. So you can see sort of like get this beautiful mirrored image of that 3D flower on there. Now what I need to do before I can do anything else is I need to die cut the outline. So I'm just going to take the outline here and I'm going to take some white card. And I'm just going to cut this down. And then I've just got my little 8-inch machine here. These are on the web as well. Oh, Sue, did you make a big order last night? I'm sure if you ask Becky nicely, I can't promise it for everyone, but if it were a big order, maybe if you ask Becky nicely. I'll have a look when I've gone off air, Sue. So I'll just pop this on here and I'm going to cut this one out. Yeah, you do need to have a go with it, Nancy. Come on, come on. So I'm just doing this back and forth, make sure it gets all that detail, hopefully. Just tighten my handle a bit. Don't forget to keep sharing the pick a winner at the end for a voucher. So you'll have a voucher and a discount code all in the same. Mind you, I'm not sure if you can use the voucher with a discount code. I'm not sure if our website allows that. I've never come across that. I'm not sure if either or, you can save your voucher, can't you? So hopefully this is cut nicely. She says there, as it's just not cut at the edge. There we go. Sorry guys. Pop out all of the pieces. Now I have a cute little rose. Denise said this was in, it was, Denise, it was in your bag. That's what you got exclusive, isn't it, for coming to the workshop? You lucky onion. She's like, lucky onion, what are you on about? Right, so I'm just going to lay this on here just to show you. So it fits, look at that. So now we have the 3D rose. But what I want to do is, yeah, I like the idea of the 3D dimension on there. But what I want to do is I want to colour this myself now. So let me just grab, I have my pencils. I grabbed my pencils as well. But I'm not sure if pencils are going to cover this. I've got my, what sort of pens are these? Somebody remind me. Oh, these are Faber-Castell. So let's just see. So if you fancy a little bit of colouring, let's just see if it'll cover first. Let me just try it on here. Oh, I'll try it on here, look. Oh, they will. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some dimension myself without the lovely design is beautiful, right? But I would like to be a little bit more creative. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to... Now, don't worry if you go over the lines, okay? Because when I add the die cut on top, that's where it's going to hide all of my misdemeanors, isn't it? So I'm not going all over. I'm just adding some dimension. So I'm really just going to elevate what's already underneath. So I've gone quite dark there to a light. Can you see that here? Can you see? So I'm sort of like just enhancing what's underneath. So let's do this one here. And like I say, don't worry if you go over the lines because your die cut is going to hide it, okay? So let's go quite dark at the edge on this one. I love colouring. Don't do it often enough though, guys. I really don't. Mindfulness. And then I'm just going to ease off on the pressure and take it lighter in the middle. Can you see? Press on a little bit harder towards the points. So you can see how we're sort of like enhancing what's already there. So I'm not colouring it all, just parts of it. So let's do this one next. So bear in mind, whatever colour you do underneath, you're going to have to replicate up top in a darker colour. I would have liked to have done this a really light cream and then I would have been able to do my own sort of idea of what colours to put on top. But because I only had the pink, we're going with the pink. So you can see the 3 areas that I've done. So already it's popping from the page. So I've used those stencils and made myself that lovely silhouette to make it all look a little bit more arty. Make it really pop. It really does. So you can see which areas I've done and which I haven't already, can't you? So I'm sort of like maybe just going for the areas that the last stencil has already put in place for me. Sorry, I'm going to have to take my bracelet off. It's tapping on the table, causing havoc. Can you see? Looks cool, doesn't it? So maybe let's try, shall we add a little bit of orange as well? So let's add some orange to some of the areas. And like I say, if you've got a bit of a tremor or a shake, don't worry about it because the die cut, when we lay it on top, is going to hide. I'll add a little bit of orange in there, make it a bit darker here. And then light it in the centre. And you could do this with alcohol markers. Code is Sunny15, all uppercase, SUNNY15. Okay. So just add some extra touches. Now I just, for instance, just want to show you. So you can see how it's sort of like popping from the page. But what I do want to show you is, say for instance here where we've done this, if we go over, it doesn't matter, look, because look what happens when you put your die cut on top, it pushes it all back. You can't see it. So if your colouring's absolutely shockingly bad, it's okay. There we go. Look, it's absolutely okay. Okay, so let's just add a little bit more. And you can decide where you want to add the colour, enhance, layer on top. So this is a coloured version, right? I'm just going to show you a few ways to use this sort of technique. So that's a coloured version, and that would look beautiful on its own with a die cut, right? It really makes it pop. It does. So play around with some colour on it. Now what I want to do, can't spit the words out. Let me just show you something else. So this is sort of like a little bit of a technique based class where you can really get into having fun. So white this time. Hopefully I've got a white ink pad with me. Let's hope. We can live in hope, can't we, guys? White ink pad, do I have one? Black. That's just messed up my demo, hasn't it? White ink pad, anybody? Hello? You know, I keep looking as if one's going to go, I'm here, I'm here. It absolutely will not. Right, so anyway, I can improvise, she says. So let's go back to our stencils. And let's see if I can pick up my no line. Do we have the no line? Probably not. Guys, just let me grab an ink pad because it's really important that I show you this technique because it's a blooming cool technique. Let me just make a head space. Let me just grab another white ink pad because I feel like I eat through our white ink pads. I just will not. Be a second. I'll just turn my mic off as well so you don't hear me mumbling. I really just wanted to have a walk around in my sandals, really. So I have the black and no line. So let's just use these stencils again, but on black. Now this is what's going to give you that ghost-like effect. So number one, just grab a brush, get rid of that blue. I ordered the machine yesterday. Can I put the code? Can I put the code on? Tina, that's fine. Right, so ink pad. So let's just get some colour down. Super light. And I think I've shown this technique multiple times, but it's a cool technique to have under your belt for your craft. So let's just get this down. So layer one. I am on layer one, aren't I? Yeah. So layer 1 looks like so. So then what you can do is, whilst it's like that, you can then take your pencils and colour on. But I'm just going to go with the layers in order first. You didn't, oh gosh, I'm going to be giving loads of refunds. That were a silly mistake, wasn't it? Oh, number 2. So I'm just going to, remember what we're doing, we're just trying to get the colour down on the black. Just so I can get the shape. Not much colour on this brush at all. Hold that there. Try and keep it still. And you. So you can see now you're getting that sort of like ghost-like effect. So that's number 2. Number 3. So a bit more colour this time. Try and sort of like vary yourself on your pressure so you can actually see the difference. So then you've got your third and then your last one. And then the fourth. So you get that look, which is just amazing, right? But if you dry this off, this is the way I have to dry it off because there's no gun in here either. Oh, Brenda. Brenda says she loves this community. It helps her every day. It helps me too, Brenda. It helps me too, sweetheart. So now that you've got it in white, right, so you have tons of options now. So the rose on top, the white, on the black, you can offset it. You can do whatever you want to do. But the cool thing about this is now that we've got that white overlay, if you go back on top with a colour, so say for example, if I bring number 1 back in here and put number 1 back on top, watch this. So bearing in mind we're on black card, but because we've put that sort of like white halo underneath, what we now can do is get colour on black card because it's going to sit on top of that white. So let me just show you with the pink here. So now I'm just going to tap this pink on top of this white, or you can blend it, I guess. I don't think it really matters. As long as you've got a good white ink pad, it won't matter if you pounce or sponge. I am sponging though because I want you to see. And what you're going to end up with is pink petals on black card. It's a great technique. You have to try it. You can thank me later. I wish I'd thought of the idea, but I haven't. So you could use your ink pads on top of if you wanted to. You can colour with pencils on top of the white if you wanted to. You can, as long as the ink's dry underneath, you can use your pigment, your alcohol markers, but make sure you clean the nibs after. So I've done the orange there on stencil number 1. Now we will do stencil number 2 in orange. Stencil number 1's in pink. Stencil number 2 we will do in orange. Now, I don't think it really matters if I pounce. I'm just going for it. And do know, because you've got that white halo underneath, even if you miss any of the areas, it's still going to look fab because it's going to give you that ghost sort of like look underneath. Love using black card, says Tina. So I'm literally just pounce because I really don't want to smudge the white out, I guess. Just very lightly because I still have another 2 layers to go, remember. So at least we just get a bit of colour on there. Look at that. And it does look a little bit blotchy to start because of the pigment ink. Remember, we're using a pigment and then a dye on top, so you'll have to let it dry. So that's that one. 1, 2. 1, 2. Where's number 3? Number 3. Did I do number 3 by 4? And then this one, you could then go back in with the pink if you want to. How much pink is on there? We could maybe get away with pink again. Let's do pink again, but let's do brighter pink. Let's press on a little bit harder. Metallic pencils would be awesome. I don't own any metallic pencils, which is such a shame because I love anything like that. So I'm going back over with pink here now. You could leave some of it white, skip one of the stencils and leave some of the halo, or just leave it all as a halo because, as you've just seen, that looks awesome in its own right. That looks cool. And then on the last one, which is this one, you could then maybe go back in with your white and add white back in. So experiment with your colour. Let me just get this right. Where's my other ink pad? Oh, here we go. Now with the white, if I go on now with, I'm going to muck in my ink pad, aren't I? Because I'm going to do the white into it. Be fine. I'm not too precious about it. It always comes off anyway. So I'm now going to tap the white back on. So do it sort of like one way, then another, reverse, add colour, take it away, add the white. Let's see what this turns out like. And this, remember, pigment ink's got like an oil base as well, so blendability wise it's awesome. So we do have metallic ink pads on the way. Not yet though, darling. How cool does that look? Would it look cool in gold metallic ink? And then let's just bring in our dye. Where's my dye? Oh, here it is. When you add this on top, the right way of course, really do get quite a unique look, but I do like it without though, guys, don't you? So you do get the exterior dye for this as well to cut this out. So if you just wanted that black panel to cut through, you could absolutely do that. But if you wanted to just do the centre of the rose rather than the full exterior frame, you could also do that as well. So that's just a few ways to sort of like mess around with the stencils. They're brilliant, right? They create the layered system, they give you the light, the shade, the depth, the dimension. But isn't it nice to be able to add your own unique style, i.e. on black? Amazing. Add pencil, like on top of this very quickly. Like now, just say for instance this yellow, you could absolutely just go on top of the white. I'll just show you here, look, so that's what it looks like on there. But when you do it on top of the white, bear in mind there's quite a lot of layers here as well. Let's just do a different colour so you can at least see, Toni. What about this one? So you can go back in with your pencils on top and accentuate some of those areas too. Can you see? And then when you come to put your detail part on top, you could have some stenciled and some part coloured with pencils. Totally your preference, I guess. There's so many different ways that you can do it if you have the mental space to just sit and be creative, which I know a lot of you do. I know a lot of you don't. The options really and the techniques are really endless. You really can. I wish I had more time to do all of this crazy stuff, because sometimes I do miss it. I don't always get the opportunity. That's why I'm loving my cards and my kits and my classes, because it's making me sit down and just distract myself from the world outside and just be a little bit more creative. Need to get this out of my bag and use it, says Sarah. You totally do. So, have we got a winner? So you all know the checklist. If you want to go back to the beginning, have a look at that. Any questions from that? I think I've covered everything though, guys. I think I have. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. So today's winner is Carol Cockbain. Well done, sweetheart. You are today's winner. If you message me or Karen, we'll sort out a discount code for you. Like I say, I'm not sure if you can use the discount code with a discount code, if that makes any sense at all. So if it won't let you use both, maybe save your discount code for something else that will launch it and then spend it that way. But well done, sweetheart. You are this evening's winner. So that is the end of the show. So hopefully you've got some pencils, or if I've inspired you to get your metallics out like that lady's just said there, pens, pencils, inks. It would look awesome in metallic inks. Then lay the top on, lay your die cut on top. That would be cool. So make sure you share your makes in our Eureka fan page, and the design team have already posted their makes and they're in the albums in the Eureka fan page as well. So whatever you're doing, stay safe. I'll not say stay cozy, get that fan on, and have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all through the week. Have a great day, guys. Take care. Bye.